episode of Resilience Behind the Walls. The purpose of the show is to highlight the realities of what people and their families are facing behind the wall. This show is going to be a real emotional show because this show is really hitting home. You know, since 2020, we've been advocating for the conditions inside of our loved ones. You know, we all know like there's a lot of inadequate conditions as far as no heating in certain systems, inadequate medical, and just disregard for the lives of people living in correctional facilities across the state. A lot of people passed away because of this. You know, a lot of people passed away because of the conditions with COVID and other conditions. You know, mental health conditions. It's a lot of stuff that went down within these 2 years behind the walls that's not highlighted. And the families are stuck, and the families and the communities are stuck with dealing with this pain by themselves. So this show right here, I just want to, like, before we even get into it, I just want to say I stand with solidarity with all the families that lost someone behind the walls. I stand with them, and I'm praying with them, and I'm hoping that they find some release and some peace with what they're going through. With that being said, I want to introduce our guest today. He's a well-known rapper, local entertainer in this town. I know him. He's a real good friend of mine, real talented brother. His name is James Parker, but he's known, his entertainment name is Binkladen. So I want to thank you for joining us today, Bink.
Thank you for letting me be here, bro.
And again, this show is going to be a real emotional show because the reason why we're here today is because a real good person passed away from our communities, from the Hillside, from New Haven, real talented artist. He passed away inside. His name is Batchelor, but he's known as Diddy. He's known as real talented brother. He passed away.
Young Smitty P. Diddy of the hood, man.
Young Smitty P. Diddy of the hood.
It's my guy.
You know, and he was, you know, super talented. You know, and one of the things that made this whole situation even worse is me and you, like we know the beauty of the brother. Like we know Diddy. We know like just the person he was. He was a real good person. Everybody loved him. Very few enemies. And when he passed away, just reading and seeing the newspaper articles of how they just devalued his life. Like this person was just a nobody, you know. And I'm thinking, we got to set the record straight. We got to set the record straight, and we got to let the world know, like, no. First of all, it's lies what you're seeing in the media, and this is who this brother really is. We gotta, and I feel like, hopefully, with this podcast, we can accomplish that. So, with that being said, I'll just go straight into it and just ask you, what did Diddy mean for you? Like, who was Diddy to you?
To me, Diddy most definitely a brother. Most definitely a brother, man. Most definitely a motivator. You hear a couple of my music, you hear my music out there. He most definitely been a part of everything. Part of everything I've been in, and I stand for that positive image too. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about Diddy, man, is he always brought positive energy. Like even in there, like, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he had no disciplinary tickets. You feel me? If you look at his disciplinary history, he doesn't get into trouble in there either. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not a trouble-found person. He always try to bring out the best of the situation. Feel me? If you down, he gonna make you laugh. Feel me? If you sad, he gonna bring you up. You going through things like he a person that I call, and you know me. A lot of people lean on me and call me when they down and going through what they going through. He a person that I would call when I'm going through something. You know, like, I mean, he's a person I could call and yo, what up, Dink, man? Like, what's up, dude, man? You sound like you going through it. Come through. You know what I mean? And we'll throw some beats on, play some music. call the girls up, whatever, but he'll always change my mood, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a negative view of him, most definitely not. Like, you could check his page, check social media, check, like, everybody love that kid. Check the bridge, his candles lit up. They love that boy, you know what I'm saying? They love that boy. Everybody love that boy. I love that boy, you know what I'm saying? And the sad part is, we feel like obviously he's gone before his time, but it just is so much, you know what I mean, more for him to do. And there's kids out here, it's just sad, really, man. It's sad.
Just hearing you talk is real heavy. You know, it's just, you know, when you first heard that he passed away, how did that make you feel?
When I first heard he passed away, like, I was kind of tripping, like, yo, what, he ain't home? I'm like, he ain't home, right? I'm like, he got out? Like, how he died? Like, I'm saying, I was waiting for him to touch. We got a track we supposed to be doing, like, feel me? We got a whole track we supposed to be doing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had a whole song we were supposed to be finishing. We didn't get a chance to do it because of the situation. And Dina, I think that's his kid's mother, was like, yo, like, everything was all right. Like, I'm thinking everything all right. When they heard from me, like, everything all right, then I hear this. I'm just like even now, like, even today, I still can't believe it. Like, I'm just see me holding the phone in my hand, like, I'm about to listen to the song again. Like, we gotta do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And, like, really, man, it really messed everybody up, man. Like, it messed everybody up. Like, I know it messed me up a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still can't really believe it that he's gone, man. I'm still gonna do the song, but I just feel like it ain't right then to hear what I heard, you know, from people inside. It's just crazy, bro. Like, really, I can't even grasp. Like, right now, I'm trying to be happy, trying not to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, a lot of emotions going right now, so I'm just like.
Yeah, as you speaking, I'm just telling myself, like, man, brother, be strong and make it through the interview. But I'm just, like, in me, within myself, is like so much emotions that's coming up right now. I'm just like, because, like I said in the beginning, you know, we've been advocating about these conditions inside. We've been pleading with them, like, yo, please address these conditions. People are dying inside. It's unsafe inside.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and when it hit home like this, it's like, man, for the last 2 years, we've been advocating for this. And now, you know, I don't personally know none of these people that died, you know, but the only thing I know about them is I know what that cell is. Mm-hmm. I know how to access medical, how medical send you those request slips back saying nothing, mm-hmm. with no signature on them. I know how they can write you off inside. And that's what that was one of the fires behind what I was advocating for, because I was like, yo, I don't want brothers to be in there with nobody to advocate on their behalf. You know, nobody to really nobody to speak up for them, because behind the walls, they'll silence you. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's just, when I heard the news that Diddy passed away, it was the same thing for me. I was like, what do you mean he passed away? I just seen Diddy. I was like, yo, is he home? Like, how did he pass away? I was like, what you mean he passed away? And it was like, nah, he passed away in jail, you know. And it was just like somebody punched me hard in the stomach, because I was like, damn. And I felt kind of guilty too, because I felt like, even though we don't have the power of what's happening inside, I felt personally like, damn, if I would have advocated a little harder, or if I would have did something a little harder, maybe this situation would have been changed where this wouldn't have happened to him. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's like, it's a guilt that I'm living with every day. I don't really talk about it. It's like the first time I even said something about it publicly, but I'm telling you because I know it's real, and I want the people to know, like, yo, we real people going through real stuff. Yeah. Like, a person from our community died while inside. And this is how we affected by it. We're out here. Like the whole, and the thing about it, and I'll ask you this question, Ben. How have you viewed the community taking the loss of Diddy?
Like everybody's hurt, man. Like literally, like you could just literally like, you know what I mean, you could pull up on dudes. You know how dudes got hard shells on, man. There's turtle shells all over, you know what I mean? But you literally just reach out and the dude gonna crumble, man. Cause everybody's hurting, man. Like, I literally pulled up on the block the other day, my little brother and I'm out there. What's up? What y'all doing? Like, I just gave him a hug. Like, and I gave him a hug. He started crying. I started crying. Cause I know what it is. Like, feel me? Like, it takes certain people for you to really let it out. But we all hurting. Mostly everybody I talk to, they either going to the candle lighting or they like, yo, let's get some more candles. And you know, everybody talking about the repast and stuff now, and funeral services and stuff like. But as far as the community, man, the community is broke, man. We lost the star. Like, you know what I'm saying? He might not sold 1 million records. He might not been the real P. Diddy, whatever, but he was our P. Diddy, feel me? And the dude was a star, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real right there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's real.
I know I'm just, man. Like we were talking earlier and you were telling me you're like, every car that drives through in the hood, in the neighborhood, you hear him playing his music. You know, because like we said at the beginning of the podcast, like Diddy was a real talented musician.
Most definitely. Always rocking. Everywhere you go, you hear him rocking. Like, a car rocking them, we turning them up. I'm posting them on my page. Everybody back in the stool now. We not lacking on no music. We dropping 1 million albums this year. Like, we gonna hold this name up. We gonna rap, and and at the end of the day, like, we tired of DOC, man. We tired of it. Like, bro, I done been in there. We all done been in there. We all been, I don't know if you could curse on your podcast, whatever, but we all been trashed. You know what I'm saying? We all been done dirty, man. You know what I'm saying? In there, one time or another. If you went through there, even if you went through there on the DUI or P2A, PTA, you went through Welly, you felt the trash. You got treated like trash. You felt it when you went through there. You know what I'm saying? And God forbid you ain't had no medical conditions, because us that did, we know the system. We went through it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's nothing that's hidden from anybody who never been in there. If you went through medical, you went through the procedures. And I mean, like I said, I don't know everything that's going on, but from what I heard, my brother wasn't done fair. See what I'm saying? He wasn't treated fairly. And his character doesn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that any human being or person deserved that, but his character doesn't deserve that. He don't badmouth people. He don't talk back to COs. He don't talk crazy to COs or POs or nothing like that. He's a well-mannered man. You know what I'm saying?
Cold-hearted.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, not making an excuse for no human being, but I could see where the inmate could get the treatment. Like, you know what I mean? I can see how that going to go. You're all human beings. You piss me off, I piss you off. But that's not even his character. See what I'm saying? He wasn't in segregation. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense to be treated like that. Like,
and just to piggyback off of what you said, when I heard the news that Diddy passed away, I heard it from somebody inside. And I heard the same account of what happened. I heard that he had some medical issues. He was banging on the cell trying to get attention from medical. They were talking to him, but they weren't addressing his needs. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm just thinking, you know, if somebody's banging on the cell, if somebody's telling you that they have medical condition or they have a medical need that they want to address, and they're ignored to the point where they're no longer with us no more, who's responsible? Like, how could you, like, come on, this person was asking for medical support. He was denied medical support. The end result is he passed away. That's the end result. You know, and I'm sitting here and like even as we talk about this, I can't help but to think of the other families that are in the same situation that we're in. And nothing's being changed inside. So I don't even want to utter these words out of my mouth, but I'm just like, damn. When is going to be the next podcast we're going to have to do because somebody else died inside? They're not doing nothing to change what's happening inside. Like, how many more families, how many more communities got mourned and hurt because we're pleading with DLC, we're pleading with the state to change the conditions, to just change, to listen to us, and they're refusing to. They're refusing to. I know, like, me and you've talked behind the scenes, and we feel that the state and the Department of Correction, they have some accountability and they have some responsibility for what these families are going through. You know, these people died in custody while they were in your custody, in the Department of Corrections custody. They have some type of responsibility for what ended up ultimately happening to them. And we're putting together a proposal, and me and you know we're talking about it behind the scenes, and we definitely want to talk with the families, but we're putting together a proposal that we want to present to the governor and the commissioner of DLC to provide resources that the community are the ones governing, but to provide financial resources to support these families in this time of need. I mean, you got not only funeral costs, but you got trauma that people are going through that, you know, like me and you, we're not, like, that's your brother.
You got little Fats. You got a little man coming up. You know what I'm saying?
This kid is it's so deep. Like, the thing about it is nobody really knows how deep something like this can affect the family. You know, and when we advocate on behalf of our loved ones inside, this is why we advocate like that, because we're saying, yo, we know if we don't, and something like this happening, how it's going to affect the neighborhood, how Diddy kids got to grow up now without a father. Mm-hmm. You know, like, this is the ramifications that happen because people choose to not value the lives of people behind the walls. They're choosing not to value their lives. You know, we asking them, like, please value their lives, and they like, nah, we'd rather not. We're not gonna wear no mask when we go into we're not gonna wear no mask when we go into the facility. We're not gonna exhibit certain proper safety measures to make sure everybody's safe inside. We can go on and on about this.
Yeah, and it's like the medical could at least be on it. We all know, like, with this specific disease, you can't contain it in a prison environment because all the ventilation systems are all connected. Like, you look in the prison system, you know how it is. Everything connected. Our toilets connected to their toilets. We talk to each other through the vents for 100 years. COVID's in the vents.
Right.
It's like, at least, all right, we understand you can't do you can't control the spread of it in here. You can't. I don't understand how you is, but at least you could give them medical attention, man. At least beef up the medical, like, do something, like, no, man, like, for unfortunately for my brother and his kids, it's too late. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
The medical.
Medical failed, man.
I'm just thinking of all the time we've been advocating for something to happen and for them to take accountability and the change was happening inside, and for them to not even value our loved ones. I'm like, what else needs to happen? The reality is, I'm like, how many more people, how many more of these situations we gonna have? How many? I've cried with families, a couple of families, and had this discussion with them. And I'm like, man, it's happy, and I know you're real close with the family, and you spoke about his brother, but how's the rest of the family dealing with this? And not to be any business, but I just wanna,
I know his mom is broken, man. His mom is broken. His mom is most definitely broken, man. She's in pieces. His uncle, well, when I leave here, I'm probably gonna see his uncle now. He's been standing by them candles since. He's been standing by them candles since, bro. Like night and day, bro. Like his uncle looked just like him, older version, man. He's been standing by them candles night and day, man, sitting there crying. Like he's literally told me I don't know what to do, bro. Like, I don't know what to do, man. And his mom is torn to pieces. His family is torn to pieces. His friends, you know what I mean? Like look what he have on his friends. Like I'm not the only person that called Diddy his brother. He got like 100 that feel like he's her brother, man. His friends, like everybody love this dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but when you see Rose, man. I seen Rose the other day, man. Like I said, she torn up, man. His mom was torn up. His uncle's torn up. Talk with his cousin called me. Like, we haven't been close. His cousin Tish, we haven't been close in a while. Every day. She called me every day now. Like, we got the masses pinned down. Like, it's hard, bro. It ain't no cakewalk. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be no cakewalk. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
if something could change in the DLC, if there's something that could get changed in the DLC that you think will prevent something like this from happening, because the reality is they're not changing nothing in the DLC. They're dragging their feet, or when they're doing it, they're not being transparent with the public or getting the public input. So it could be as effective as possible, whatever move they're gonna make. They just don't do that with us, with the community. Even though the majority of DLC is these communities. They just don't speak with us, ask our input, or nothing like that. If you could see something changed in DLC just change so like families won't have to go through this no more, what would be the thing that you would want to address? And I know that's a loaded question, but I'm just thinking of, I know the medical is crazy. They don't give people proper cleaning supplies, or they water the cleaning supplies down. If they do give it to you, just blatant disrespect that people go through in there, how that can affect a person mentally. Because I'm even thinking of the people that witnessed Diddy die inside. The people that witnessed them coming to the cell and I'm like, what type of support do those people have inside? Like they just witnessed this. I know how it is inside. You build a brotherhood with people that you're doing time with. Y'all both got a common, y'all trying to get out of here and y'all doing time. So you form a brotherhood. And I'm just thinking, this brotherhood that was formed with these people, they watch one of their brothers get taken out. And I never, while I was inside, I never seen somebody die. Especially somebody that I knew. And I'm just thinking of what kind of support they got inside. Like, did anybody come to them and say, hey, you want to talk, or it's just.
I talked to a couple people from inside, and from what I heard, man, they pretty upset too. But they saying that he wasn't treated right. Like they saying he was going to medical forever. They said medical was at his door and told him he didn't have the symptoms. When we got commercials clearly on TV that says if you feel like you got a cough or you feel sick, get tested. What symptoms you need? Like he said, I don't feel good. So he said, I got kids that said they turned him down, man. Like he said, medical, I got kids that said they were right there, and medical turned him down, told him he didn't have the symptoms. If you don't feel good, you don't feel good. What are COVID symptoms? Everybody, oh, this is a COVID symptom. Nobody don't know what COVID symptom is. You got people who feel perfectly fine get tested with COVID.
And the crazy thing about what you just saying is the same people I talked to inside said the same thing. And I'm pretty sure we're talking to different people.
Definitely.
But they said the same thing. They were like, hey, he was reaching out to medical. He said medical was at his door. He's telling them, and still and all, they're not doing nothing. You know?
That's the usual. Like, I mean, that's the usual for them. Like, I went through that ACC in Hartford County when my came home, had a torn ligament in my shoulder. Been telling them about it for months. They brushed me off. Came home, there was a torn ligament in my shoulder. Like, I mean, that's documented facts. They can go back and look. My old inmate number, everything. Go look it up. Like, I mean, they the whole time. Excuse my language. They played me the whole time. So it's not nothing that's new. At least not to me. You know what I'm saying? Or to anybody with a inmate number.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember when I was in the facility, just to talk about like my personal experience with just how I was treated in the medical. So in 2010, I was shot by the police. I still had a bullet in me. I was on parole, so I went right back to, I was on special parole, so I went right back to jail. So I'm in jail with this bullet in me. And I'm like, damn, I knew this was like the worst place for me to be at, because I'm like, the hole's still open. I was only in the hospital for like 2 hours before they brought me to Union Ave. Like I got shot in the chest, they brought me to Union Ave in 2 hours. I stayed the whole Martin Luther King weekend in Union Avenue with a bullet in my chest. You know, and that's not there. But to go to the DOC part, so I'm in DOC, and I still got it's a fresh wound, so it's bleeding a lot. So I'm constantly writing medical, like, yo, I need to come down, because every time I move in bed, every white shirt I got is bloody, because my hole is still open, and it's one hole here and one hole in the back. So it's two holes that you know. So medical was just like, every time I went down there, it was dragging these feet. Oh, this guy, you know, whatever. The bullet wound got infected. They got infected, you know. And I'm just in my mind, I'm saying, I'm telling y'all all along, I'm writing these requests. The bullet wound gets affected. You know, now everybody wants to be, you know, on top of stuff, but I'm like, yo, it took to this extent to the bullet wound to get infected. And 20 requests before then to say, hey, I feel like something's going on, could y'all be on top of this? You know, it took something drastic like that to happen for them to say, all right, now we're gonna help you. And I'm pretty sure this is the story, and as I hear Diddy's story, this is the same thing, and I hear your story, it's all like, so it's the same narrative.
This is what they do.
The same narrative is until you're about to fall out on the ground. That's when we're gonna give you the adequate medical attention. Until then, we're gonna give you some aspirins and tell you, have a nice day.
That's what they do though. It ain't like it's something new. It ain't like it's a secret. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would think because of the COVID situation, they would have ramped things up. You know what I mean? Like some type of aid or something would have ramped things up. But that's what they known for. You know what I'm saying? That's what they known for. Like, you know what I mean? And like you said, man, going to prison right now is a death sentence. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, if you're guilty or not, it's a death sentence. You know what I'm saying? And we're in a world where it's a-holes all over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you could get arrested today for something petty. The next day, you're on a stretcher because you done caught COVID. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the reality of it, because I mean, people say they don't care. I mean, we care, you know what I mean? But obviously, we the only ones who care. Like, I mean, I don't know what's going on with them, like how they sleep at night, you know? You just running carts out your facilities left and right, and you just sleeping comfortably. shows what type of person you really is, you know?
That, I mean,
Mhm.
that's the same thing, you know. I just think of all the, I think of all the people that's inside, and I always think, damn, if one of these lieutenants or one of these captains had a brother or a cousin inside, would they treat them the same way that they treating us?
Mm.
And it's a reality, and it's probably like this all across the country. In the United States, black and brown people are the ones that fill up all of these facilities.
Mhm.
And it's just a sad reality that we know black and brown people fill up these facilities, and we know the treatment that are happening to people inside. And this is only happening, you don't care about black and brown people. We're the majority of the facility. If the majority of the facility was filled up with different type of people, would you and you had, you know, people with resources, these families that got resources that could really advocate for their loved ones. That's one of the problems with us. We come from an under-resourced community. So even right now, the whole community mourning over Diddy. We don't got no resources to tap in to help out the whole community mourning. It's nothing that they don't even care that the whole community mourning all that.
They don't, and they know that, and you know that's just the way they built it. That's the way they wanted it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get into it. They didn't want us to know how to read, bro. Like, I don't want to get deep into it.
Right.
But that's the way they got it. Is the way they want it. Lack of education. We don't have the education or the knowledge or the resources for people to fight for us. So they spit on us and kick us down. That's what they do. You know what I mean? That's why we try so hard with the each one teach one. But you get too thick and they call you a gang and they indict you.
Right.
So, you know, it's rough. Like we can, you know, we could go on for 100 years, bro, but they got us right where they want us. Don't think that it's something that wasn't planned or strategized or thought about for hours and hours on hours. We're right where they want us to be. Lack of education, lack of knowledge, lack of resources.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
But one of the things that you said, Bink, that really had me like, yeah, you know, that's where I'm at with it too, is you said this earlier in the interview. You said, you know, since Diddy died, you know, it made everybody step up.
Oh, we gonna
with
push
the music, like everybody that you L to gun, like everybody that
everybody dropping this
everybody
year.
dropping you.
Everybody dropping this year.
And when you said that, in my mind, I was like, that's resilience. That's even through the hard times. We like, yo, this is gonna make us even sharper.
Y'all took our star, and then we're gonna light up 20.
Yo, you know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking? So when you said that, I needed to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you said that, like I said, like we do a lot of advocating for people inside, you know, in all different measures and different things. But when you said that, in my mind, I was just like, yo, I gotta step it up. I'm stepping it up. It's not I got to. Yeah. I'm stepping it up.
It's now. It's go time. You see what it is.
And I say that, and I hope that this message gets out clearly to people. Like, now is the time for us to step up. Mm-hmm. We gotta step up. We gotta hold these people accountable. We got to take leadership in our communities. Mm-hmm. We got to start, like, we talking about the community being under-resourced. Mm-hmm. That's why we get treated the way we get treated. Because it's no secret that we're under-resourced. We don't got no money for lawyers. Yeah. We don't got money to pay investigators. We don't got none of these resources. Mm-hmm. We're under-resourced, so we could treat people the way we want to treat them.
And so they could keep their businesses functioning properly, too.
Exactly. And so with all of that being said, I'm thinking, why don't we start creating these resources in our own communities so we don't have to depend on them? And we build these resources up so when something like this do happen, we got an army of people that can hold them accountable. We got an army of people because we don't need y'all resources. So if whatever we're gonna say, we not gonna be censored because we scared because y'all gonna take a resource from us. Nah, it's no censoring. Mm-hmm. There's no censoring us. We gotta say what we want to say because it's in our heart and that's how we feel. And that's what we going through. You know, and I just it's a sad situation we talking about right now, but I'm seeing the power in it. I'm seeing the power like, yo, Diddy's not gonna die in vain.
Most definitely not.
You know, Diddy's gonna make me step it up. Diddy's making people like, nah, we gotta. And I'm pretty sure, hopefully, that the other families that got loved ones that passed away inside is gonna see this and they're gonna say, nah, we gotta step it up too. You know, I'm trying to connect the families together so the families don't gotta mourn by themselves. You know, they can mourn together. And I feel like as people come together, people become stronger.
Most definitely strength in numbers.
Strength in numbers.
Most definitely strength in numbers, man. It's most definitely strength in numbers. And you know, unfortunately, you know, this situation happened, but like you said, it most definitely sparked a fire under a lot of people. You know what I mean? It sparked a fire under a lot of people. I just wish it didn't have to be like this, you know what I'm saying? I really wish it didn't have to be like this, man. But nah, bro. It ain't going down like that. Like I said, man, take one star, we're gonna light up 20, man.
Definitely.
That's every time. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Every time. We're gonna hold that boy high, man.
Definitely.
That's that. We're doing a candle lighting this weekend too. You know what I'm saying? After the repass, 100 candles, lighting the whole bridge up. You know how I do, man.
And
man.
And we're gonna behind the scenes we're gonna figure out something to address the Department of Corrections and address the governor with too. Because like you said, this ain't going down like that. We're not letting this go.
No.
You know, so in the community we're gonna keep his name alive, and we're gonna keep his name alive in every aspect. You know, in every aspect. Like there's people behind the walls, they don't have the liberty of coming home and going to his funeral, going to his repast, like showing their respects to the family. They just don't have that luxury. But we can go hard for them and let them know, like, yo, we know what y'all going through.
Exactly.
You know, so we definitely we don't have everything planned out yet, but you can definitely go to the Resilience Behind the Walls or the Building It Together page, and we'll have the information as far as the next action that's going to happen or the press conference. And basically, Diddy is like the moving energy in this next move that we're going to make to address this situation. You know, because like I'm saying again, this one hit home. This one hit a little different because, like, I grew up like he's from the neighborhood. Like he's from the neighborhood. You know, this guy. Like I remember the last conversation I had with him. I'm asking him about his music because he's a real talented artist. Like this guy's real talented. If y'all don't know, y'all need to look up. I don't know where his music is.
Young Smitty.
But where is it?
Young Smitty. Young Smitty. Is on Young Smitty Facebook. You just go on his Facebook, Young Smitty. You tap on any one of them videos, and it's gonna bring you to his YouTubes and all types of, like right now, a lot of people, I mean, from the Hill and from New Haven is posting his videos on their timeline. So you click on any one of them and it'll go to his YouTube page. Diddy have music everywhere. So he got music on digital. What's their new one? You know, I mess with iTunes, so I don't. It's a new digital distribution company. Though I forgot their name though. The people know it though, and he got music on iTunes and Spotify as well too. But for the most part, most of his music is gonna be on YouTube or Facebook. You just go to his Facebook, Young Smitty, the real Young Smitty, P Diddy of the Hood, and click on the page, man. Listen, man, you wanna hear it, man? Like from tracks on beats, from banging on the table to man, the boy make music out of anything, man. Out of anything. Like, you know what I mean? He make music out of anything, man. He'll make a beat out of anything, and he'll make a song out of anything, man. Just click on his page, check him out. He's dope.
And I just want to reiterate everything that they just said. Please go to his page, listen to his music. This brother is a real talented brother. He could sing, he could rap, and he spoke about his life experiences and what he went through and what he's seen in his community. He spoke about it like in a real passionate way. Like this one of the most talented brothers I know. I tell him all the time, I'm like, yo, when you gonna come out with your music? I need to buy the music. I mean, these brothers, like, I'm just so happy that I know y'all from my community. I'm so proud of y'all. I mean, happy ain't the word, proud is the word, because with the music, I really represent the community and what we've been through. Like, y'all capture that in y'all music. And, you know, and I'm proud that we from the same neighborhood, we grew up together, you know. This is, I'm proud of even of the fact of how hard you're going for Diddy.
Most definitely.
Like, I'm proud, like, we got people from the community that's like, because a lot of times people from the community, they get intimidated. You know, they get intimidated of stuff they don't know, going in certain arenas. And I'm just proud of the fact that even coming and doing this podcast, I know it's hard. I can see, like, you going through stuff now as you talk about the situation. And a lot of it's a real situation, you know, and I ain't really think that, you know, we was even gonna make it through it because there's so many emotions attached to it. But I just wanna, like, I'm just so, I just got like a certain, a more of a level of respect for you and just for the community and how they holding them down, you know. A lot of times in the street, we feel like everybody's for themselves. But in this situation, you know, people like, and I seen the same thing. I seen the same thing when Hov passed away. Like, people went hard, like, people came together, you know. And I don't want to talk about these names, like, you know, these are people in our community that really mean something, you know. And like, when stuff like this happen, and it affects the whole community. And this is the unspoken trauma that people never see, they never talk about, and it's often ignored. You know, it's often ignored and written off. But if we both sat here and we spoke about how DLC holds some responsibility for the passing of Diddy. If it's something that you could tell the commissioner, Governor Lamont, what would you want to tell him about addressing this situation or the pain that people are going through or anything? What would you want to tell them about this situation?
Basically tell them that it's been going on for too long. It's been going on for too long. It need to be addressed. It need to be stopped. You know, and we need to have something in place for like these families, man. Like my brother, like, he gone. You know what I mean? And his responsibilities are still here, and we scrapping together, putting together change, trying to make things happen for him. You know what I mean? So he can have a nice little repast, whatever, because he's not gonna have a burial because of situations. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be cremated. So, you know, anything could help, man. You know what I'm saying? They put something in place of funding, something that could help us, man, get through this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't easy, man. Bad enough. I can't say everybody know. I know my aunt don't know. I know a lot of females don't know because they ain't been in there. But me personally knowing I can't say I know exactly what he went through, but knowing somewhat what he went through, man, and he not here and don't got a fighting chance, man. It just left everybody stuck. You know what I'm saying? Left everybody stuck. And if anything I could say to him would be just like put something in place so this won't happen no more. You know what I'm saying? If like make segregated areas or something, or if someone loved one passed, have a plan in motion or something so they won't have to pay for all these services and have to look at his son every day. Like, I can't even right now, man. I can't.
I know behind the scenes we talked, and that one of the things we talked about was his kids. Like, yo, like, and like one of the ideas we talked about was, and this is a reality. A lot of people that passed away, you know, especially while in DLC, they got kids and stuff that they left out in the world. And they passed away. The kids never expected that their mother or their father wasn't coming. They were gone forever. They said they're gonna be gone for a limited amount of time. They're gonna be out, and things are gonna get back to normal. And when situations like this happen, where people pass away, you know, we spoke about it. It would be real powerful if we could, as a community, start developing trust funds for these kids that people in the community could just donate to. So this person doesn't have, they lost a parent, but they don't have to also lose a parent and then lack in certain resources that parent could have provided for them. I mean, it's a reality that the mother's gonna have to work a little harder now because the father's not around. The father's gone.
See, we would, like, most people would expect that it would already be something like that in place. Like if I'm expecting, like, if my child go to jail and die from COVID, then the government should already have funding or should be already something there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I think. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking like morally, like, that's supposed to be right? Like, I mean, I'm just thinking, like, that's how I think. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're working for me at a facility, or you're here with me and you're under my care, or something happened to you and you're no longer able to provide and take care of your family, then, and that's my responsibility, then of course they're not supposed to. I mean, make sure that your family and kids and stuff is situated. But you know what I mean? I just automatically thought something like that was already in place, especially with this nasty disease that we're not responsible for. I mean, that's killing everybody. You know what I'm saying? And people are dying from it, whether they're situated or not. And unfortunately, my brother died in an unfortunate situation from it. And I'm thinking maybe that was already set up. You know what I mean? Like, what was all the COVID money and all that gave? I thought all that was already set up. I thought that was already in place, like, honestly.
You would think. You would think, because, I mean, the reality, you speak about the COVID money, the reality is every town got federal funding for COVID relief, and they got a surplus of money. And we see some of these funds go to support other initiatives that's not COVID related at all. We have a situation where people are dying, like, at this rate, we got a person a month dies in DLC since 2020. Almost 30 people died. If you do the math to how many months since 2020 have passed, it's 24 months, you gotta figure. 24 months. 28 people died. That's more than a person a month died in DLC since the start of this pandemic.
Wow,
Like,
I didn't even know that.
A person a month, like, when is the state kind of, and the reality of it is that we spoke about this behind the scenes. The reality is, once a person is remanded to the Department of Corrections, the state takes responsibility for clothing a person, for feeding a person, and providing shelter for the person while they're serving this sentence. The other part of that responsibility that they inherit is they inherit the responsibility to keep our loved ones safe while they're doing their time. They're dropping the ball on it.
Yeah.
You're not keeping our loved ones safe. If our loved ones are dying, and they're not dying because they in a fist fight or a riot happened or something like that, they're dying from health reasons. And this is not health reasons. This is not health conditions they came to the jail with. This is not, and this is like, some of people have come to the jail, come to the facilities with health conditions, but because of what they're catching inside, or the conditions inside, is making the health conditions worse. To the point where people passing away. DLC gotta accept and gotta, like, where's the humanity where DLC is like, listen, we're taking some responsibility for what people are going through, and we're going to do something to compensate the families and the loved ones. I mean,
that would be the righteous thing, but I've never seen them do anything righteous. Honestly, I ain't never seen them do nothing righteous, man. But that most definitely would be the righteous thing for them to take responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Because they are responsible. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, all the weight on our shoulders. And like you said, everybody like that. Like that's why I really ain't really want to talk about it, because we're so used to it. We're so used to having to deal with it that we just deal with it. And that's why I was kind of like, well, we just deal with it. But you know what? It's not right. It's not right that we just.
It's not normal.
It's not right. You know what I mean? And like you said, we don't have the resources and the knowledge and the people to fight for us. Like you the voice. You the voice. You know what I mean? If
you the voice.
And
we the voice.
we the voice. But you know when things that be out over our head in the hood or say for instance police brutality or people pressure us, we come to you. We call you like, yo, big bro, man. Big bro, man. I don't think this right, man. This person did this, that, and the third, and like we gotta go to you because you have the knowledge on that when it comes to that. Because in the hood, like you said, man, we lack of knowledge, lack of resources, man. And I actually even scared them a little bit. I actually had an incident with the police, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, yo, go to Eternal Fears, fill out the website, la la la. You know what I mean? I didn't even know I could do that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't.
Not to cut you off, Bink, but I know, because I know you, there's a whole nother, we got to do another podcast, because I know what you've been through with the police and with the system and whatnot. So I know your testimony is a crazy one.
And that's why as a people we back down, because we used to nothing getting done. We used to nothing happening. We used to handling it. That's why I went there. I mean, basically let them know we used to handling it, man. We don't go ask for help. We don't go to the resources. We just deal with it, man. And this is me, Binkladen, being tired of dealing with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I respect this so much. And we about to wrap the interview up. But let the people know where they could. Couple of things. One, how can they support Diddy and his family? And if how can they support Diddy and his family? Two, where can people go to hear your music, to hear Diddy's music? Because y'all were together. That's your brother. Where can they go to hear your music? Where can they go to hear Diddy's music? All of the information, people want to get in contact with you, how could they go about doing that?
As far as Diddy, we holding the repass. I gotta get, it's this Saturday, I believe, Colonial and Hampton. Colonial and Hampton is the funeral, and then we having a repass. Right after that, I have to get more information on it.
I just want to get the date for Saturday.
Saturday, I believe it's 10 a.m.
It's 10 a.m. and Saturday is going to be Saturday is the 12th, right?
Yeah, that's the 12th. That's at Colonial.
The 12th Saturday, February the 12th, 10 o'clock. Probably by the time this come out, it'll already happen. But what you could do is you can go to
yeah. This is it right here.
Okay.
So let you see that, so you can see. And as far as his music, he got a couple pages. He got Diddy Bop. He got Young Smitty. You can look him up, YouTube pages. Like I said, we was always pushing him to get him in the stew. We always in the stew. Diddy got in the stew a lot, but he was more, yo, I got this new track. Listen to this, and you like, you gotta pull your camera out and catch him, man, because he was on fire. He was on fire, man. And my music is everywhere. It's Binkladen. It's everywhere. You just type the name. It's Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. It's everywhere. I got a bunch of videos out. World Star. I'm everywhere with the music. Like you just type my name and you'll find me. Just spell it right, Binkladen, no space. You'll find the music. It's all out there. And L to the Gun, the same thing. You type in gun line and all our music will come up. And Diddy song will come up. He got with L to the Gun and Rock. You type in gun line, you can find that's our LLC. I mean our little label we pushing. So this music, man, we here forever. We've been doing it forever, man. It's just sad because, like, Diddy was the music. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all make music. We all got our own sound, whatever. But, like he was it, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that bro was gone, man. But I'm glad that we did have footage and little reels and little songs of him because it's kind of like keeping him alive a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I just want to say, Indian brother, if nobody tell you this, right now, I'm saying it. Brother, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the moves you're making out here. I'm proud of the conversations we have where I could tell like this brother got something upstairs. This brother is like really striving for greatness. And it's a breath of fresh air. Like, we from the same community, like we from the community, and it's when I see that, and you younger than me, so when I see that, I'm like, damn, it's still hope in the community. I never gave up hope, but you're a breath of fresh air when we have our conversations, and I never told you like, yo, I'm proud of you with the music. You like one of the best MCs I heard from Connecticut.
Thank you.
I always, you want to, and I see your work ethic. I see your work ethic, the whole gun line, like all of y'all, you, L to the Gun, Rock, like, I seen y'all work ethic. So I just want to let y'all know right now that I'm proud of all of y'all. I'm like proud of the fact also, like, y'all from my neighborhood, and y'all repping the town real good. And I just want to end like, and I want to thank Diddy for lighting his fire in us. Like for nothing else, he lit a fire in us and he's making us go harder than we normally would go. So I just want to thank him for doing that. And on that note, we're going to end the show. If you want to tell your information, you just put your information out there. If people want to get in contact, our information is Building It Together CT. We got a Facebook page, Building It Together. We got on every platform, Facebook page, Instagram, all of that stuff. And also the show is Resilience Behind the Walls. You can go to Resilience Behind the Walls and see this and all the other shows that we got. And I just want to thank you for being here. So again, if you wanted to just
thanks for having me, bro, man. I'm happy to be here, man. I'm glad I could speak up for my boy. I'm pretty sure it's like 1,000 more of us that probably wish they was here, man. Wish they could speak up for bro, man. I mean, but that's it, man. And my last album, GB2, Too Lit for My City, man. You ain't got it, go listen to it. GB2, Too Lit for My City.
And I just got one other last question. If you could tell people inside something inspirational, just something to encourage the people, because it's people suffering inside in many different ways. If you could give them some inspirational words, just you have the opportunity.
Oh man, hey, you're not who they say you are, man. You are who you is, man. Don't let nobody, no piece of paper, no person tell you are what they think you are, man. Feel me? And one day you gonna get out. If you get out, you blessed enough to get out in these streets, man. You be that person, man. Know what I'm saying? You're not who they say you are, man. That's it, man. I had to realize that. Like, that's not me.
I had to realize that.
I am who I make myself. I mean, not who y'all say on a piece of paper, not who y'all wanted me to be. No, I am who I am, man. Know what I mean? That's that, man.
On that note, I want to thank you again, Bink, for being on this show. This is a real special show. I don't even know how we made it through this show because I didn't think I was going to make it. I want to thank you for helping me make it through the show. Like hearing this inspirational stuff about Diddy really strengthened me even more to go harder for him. Thank you for that. you know. And on that note, we're gonna end the show. Thank you everybody for watching, and definitely stay tuned as we highlight these realities that people are living through. And please support the work that we're doing, and go to the page to get updates on everything that we're doing. And on that note, peace and blessings. And we stand in solidarity with all the families that lost a loved one behind the walls or have loved ones going through hardships. Peace.